said, I'm Stefano Dorico, Associate Director of IRIS, our research center. So we saw a few projects, interactive projects, interactive documentaries, interactive factual, interactive online platforms. There are different names for this sort of projects, audiovisual projects in general. So I will talk about another, let's say, interactive platform that we created a few years ago as IRIS in collaboration with other people, in particular with a primary school here in Oxford nearby called Valley View. Many people in the room were involved in this, in the production. Ricardo is gone. Richard, actually, who helped a lot with everything. Thank you for being here today. And after that, we'll talk a little bit about the VR, all the kits that we have here. And then after that, we will do something with our phones. So, take one is probably, is this the first project? Yeah, the first IRIS project as a team. And yeah, it's quite interesting because it kind of, we created this project for two different purposes. One was kind of educational, obviously, because we have children. So it was all about filmmaking. It was about teaching them how to make a film, and also how to watch a film. We show few like feature films to them. It was linked actually to the Tour de France. Do you remember the Tour de France in Yorkshire a few years ago? So we show a few films about bicycles. So they were kind of exposed to proper somehow films. So they're kind of, you know, analyzing these films and trying to come up with their own stories about bicycles. And then the second purpose was obviously research, trying to understand how these children react and act in the process of making a film. We talked a lot about the equipment used for this project, like professional cameras, less professional cameras, like cheap cameras, and we decided in the end to shoot everything on iPads. Why? Because we realized that all this, I mean, they were all very familiar with this sort of device. They were really good, all the children were really good in filming stuff with iPads already. We didn't have to teach them, they were actually way better than us, especially for special effects and that kind of stuff. So, a final year, level 6, was also involved in this, as you can see, for some of your former colleagues. So we went to the school and we showed the films and we asked them to come up with some ideas for short films about bicycles and to create storyboards. You know how to do that because I guess you're all media film students here in the room. And then after that we explained, it was basically a session in filmmaking, you know, how to edit but also how to put together into an interactive platform. Again, this is as Kelly showed earlier, is a cleaned platform. So it works here at the bottom left. We have a menu, mind map, a geographical map of the location. We went to the Dales for this, and then credits. So the mind map looks somehow, it doesn't work. Sometimes there are problems with the browsers, so what you have to do, just use a different browser. Here we go. It should work now, and it still doesn't work. Amazing. Let's try the third browser. And it works now. So the mind map looks somehow like Kelly's one. As you can see, we have different parts of the project. Richard knows very well this because he helped a lot with the editing of the interactive platform. So we have the video clips, the short films created by the children from Valley View School. You have all the storyboards here. So these are like proper document files. And then we have the documentation, because the whole idea was also to document the whole process. It was not only like filmmaking for the children, but it was also our level 6 students filming them. So there's a documentary process somehow behind the old interactive platform. And then of course different sequences and other things. So I can show you how it works. So these are the storyboards. They all look like this, black and white and color. We scanned everything, so everything is online. It's quite basic, but you know, it's quite good. Like somehow this is for the first experience for most of them, probably for all of them in terms of filmmaking. And then all the bits are somehow interactive in a way. You can click and move to a different area. Like again, storyboard. We can click somewhere else. So it doesn't look great because it's not optimized for Explorer the browser. So I mean that's another issue, but don't worry about that. So other storyboards. And then we can go back to the menu, and they created this as well. They created some sort of interactive menu for the project itself, which is based, of course, on the storyboards, but also on the short clips themselves. So we have different, let's say, categories. We have films, map, storyboards, documentation, projects, and credits. I just show you a couple of the short films that they created.
I wish for a guide. I really wish I had a guide. I really do. I am here to give you your wings. Wow. What's that?
So, despite, of course, the quality of the filming and the simplicity of the stories, what is really important, well, first of all, that they all had great fun. It was a great day out, lots of fun for all of us. But then also that they all learned how to shoot a film and how to make a film from scratch, how to tell a story using moving images, and also how to, the whole process, storyboard, come up with the idea, storyboard, editing. So Ricardo was involved in this as well. Take one. The editing and also the distribution, so uploading everything on the platform. So again, quite basic, but a good project in educational terms. So this could be used again by other schools. Actually, we've already been contacted in that sense. I don't remember any of this, but I can play another one. So very DIY, but again, very powerful in terms of learning something. And they loved it. They really, really loved it. And they actually wanted to do it every day. And then last element of this project is the map, the geographical map. This comes with, so if you're interested in creating something interactive with Clint, this is one of the options that you have as well. So you can position geographically the clips on a Google map. So for example, here, if you click on any of these pins, what you get is one of the clips. And the clips, in this sense, belongs to the documentation. So what our students filmed during that day. So documenting the whole process of filmmaking for these children. So it's some sort of documentary in a way. So this is Trinity. We went to pick them up to the minibus. Wade drove the bus. We brought them here and we show them how to use our computers here for editing, how to transfer everything from the cameras into the computers, and how to upload all the clips on the Clint platform. Stop this because you understand how it works. So again, interactive, not like partially interactive in a way. There are some limitations, obviously, and but again, a good tool in terms of education. So if you're interested, like in media, filmmaking, and education, this could be a good model that you can somehow explore. So at the moment, we are also developing several other projects. We have a few PhD students that are working on their research, and then at the same time, we are collaborating with other institutions, other universities, but also with private clients, and NGOs as well. So if you're interested, just our new website will be up and running hopefully next week or in a couple of weeks. So just visit the website, and you get all the information that you need or you want about IRIS, our research center. So now we can move on and talk about virtual reality, which is somehow the main focus of our session here today. So just take your phone, all of you. Do you all have a phone? Oh yes. You all have a phone. If you don't have a phone, we have like a few spare iPhones here. So I need you to download a few apps in preparation for our workshop later.